Really, Marko? Hey everybody, my name is Old School Nerd. How you doing today? Oh, rough day. First, I release a reaction to Wrong Side of Heaven by Five Finger Death Punch, which most of you in the world won't even be able to see because I think it's blocked in every country except for the United States, which is might actually be good for you because it was a rough one. I cried a lot. It was hard. And then this morning, I see the post from Eric, one of my guys on Patreon sends me the post with the resignation from Marko. And I read through it, and I have a few thoughts. Not that anyone cares, but I'm going to share them with you anyway. Marko has resigned from Nightwish under and the beginning of his resignation letter is pretty harsh. He talks about the industry producing the entities behind the scenes that pull away from the money and the chaos, and how some of the money is going back to the Middle East, and he's kind of against all that. And it's kind of dark at first, but then he talks about, and it's true, it really is. This last year has been very difficult for artists around the world, not just Nightwish, but for everyone, because as this situation with COVID is becoming less a medical issue and more a political and money-making grab, he's mentioning it. And it is true. It's going to be more difficult for venues, for these festivals. I mean, Nightwish could sustain itself just on its own, but they are the quintessential music festival band. They show up to Wacken, they show up to Download, they show up to Hellfest, they show up to any of these festivals, and they're a headliner. And hundreds of thousands of people will pack a field to see them. But that doesn't happen anymore. And because it doesn't happen anymore, you see more and more of the industry creeping in and corrupting everything around it. So Marko mentions that a little bit. And I get that. Also, let's think about this. Do people really know that Marko is 10 years older than all the other members of Nightwish? He's in his mid-50s. To Omas, Impu, all these, they're all the rest of them are all in their 40s. And so, yeah, Marko's a little bit longer in the tooth than all of them. He has a little bit more miles on the road than all of them. Also, Marko refers to the need for family, the need to find himself. And we all go through that. It's very difficult. You see it a lot in artists where at a time they lose themselves and they need to find themselves, and that's okay. So he's definitely taking a hiatus for the next year. 2021, he told everyone, well, other than Tony Iommi, he does mention at the end of his letter, Tony Iommi, who's the guitarist from Black Sabbath, of course, said, you're my childhood hero, so you have an exemption. You're allowed to talk to me all you want. So that's Marko. That's tongue-in-cheek Marko. But although it's sad for the Nightwish fans, the Nightwish army, and Nightwish in and of itself to not have him, good for Marko, because he's been through a lot this last year, like we all have. But he also did The Masked Singer, so damn. And that's hard on anybody. You think it's funny, but doing The Masked Singer is not easy for these singers and stuff, because it's high pressure. They're not allowed to talk to anybody. They can't even tell their families. And I guarantee you that really bothered him. So he is taking a break, at least a hiatus, possibly forever, but hopefully not. He may come back and do some stuff next year or the year after that. It may even be something completely different. I think the thing that we're going to miss the most about him is the spirit he brought, the ability to make any situation lighter. His comedic style is great. His timing is awesome. And he just connects with that crowd. And the big question now is, although Nightwish says at the bottom of the letter that they will continue, we all know that many, many, many times Omas has said that the lineup they have of Nightwish as of yesterday was the last one. He wouldn't be able to handle another lineup change. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't talking about Troy. He's talking about like the core. He's not going to go through finding another singer. If Floor leaves, he's done. If, of course, if Impu was to leave, I don't think he would be able to handle it either. And Marko's in there too. I mean, you're talking about, they're a very close-knit group. And I don't think Ta'omas would be here in Nightwish after the stuff he went through in the 2000s without Marko and Impu and Floor and Juka and Kai and even Troy coming in and being that family that helps him, come back to that core of himself. So yeah, that's something that it's going to be difficult for them to overcome if they can. But whether Marko decides to spend the next year being the guy on the album cover of Led Zeppelin 4 and live out that hermit life with his family, or he does something else completely different and explores his own self, good for him. So Marko, thank you for everything you've given. Thank you for all the times you've spent, all the laughs and amazing riffs you've just thrown at us for all these years. And if we don't see you again and you become the Islander, this is for you, and we thank you, and you will not be forgotten. My name is Old School Nerd, and those are my thoughts about Marko leaving. Hope everyone has a better day. And I think I'm going to have to do a reaction right now about something a little bit more light, because after Five Finger Death Punch, Wrong Side of Heaven, and a resignation from Marko, this is a shit day. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you guys later.